Who the fuck is that guy?
I make my own moves, yeah, I'm bossing.
All weak bitches, please proceed to the exit.
Is there no one else? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
We are not for the weak.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Not for the Week podcast. It's your boy James,
It's your boy, Jay, or Jeremy, whichever you want to remember.
aka Big Goose.
AKA Big Goose, AKA Huge Facts creator of Huge Facts.
Bro, you should have stopped.
I was gonna say Big Bench Energy, and I was like, nah, that's Mooney. First of all, I don't have a big bench. Second of all, I don't have big bench energy.
Especially not after that last meet.
Listen.
And your boy took the W.
Listen, you are squirting lemon juice on open wounds right now. Let me tell you that, my friend.
Let's not talk about squirting. First off.
Well, I mean,
It's
lemon juice.
It's two dudes in a room. Let's not talk about squirting.
Hey now.
Anyway, yeah.
Welcome, you guys.
Big Bench Energy, though. Before we get too far into it, grab your shirt. NotForTheWeek.com.
NotForTheWeek.com.
And Hybrid World Tour shirts.
Those shirts have dropped.
Live.
Yeah. They look pretty fucking sick. So you can believe that they add 73% more muscle mass to your neck. So
And athleticism.
and make you extremely explosive in the bedroom.
They may add, this is not a guarantee, but they may add a quarter of an inch to your dick.
I have heard that. That can be confirmed from multiple sources.
Whoa.
So
Multiple sources.
multiple. Why do one source when you can do multiple sources? It's like an essay, dude. You never cite one source. You usually do multiple.
Dude, remember that? There was that huge thing, like, it was on like Oprah. They were talking about, like, for every 20 pounds you lose, you add like a quarter of an inch to your dick or
That's a
something.
thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So it's weird, man. Yeah, it's one thing that I've noticed as I've lost weight. I'm like, wow, there it is, man. That's crazy. Look at that.
You're really sticking out now.
Yeah, I go in the bathroom and I'm like, nice. Like 10 pounds down, 10 more to go. Another quarter.
Dude,
down.
imagine if you lost another 30 pounds, which is kind of like the goal, right? Another 30 pounds.
That puts me at like 1
Dude,
inch.
yeah.
Like an exact 1 inch.
Your shit's going to be like,
Dude.
just sticking out.
Yeah, like a leprechaun's pinky nail.
I don't know what that means. Do they have like big pinky nails?
No, it means extremely small.
Oh,
it's
okay.
insulting myself.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you never heard that before?
Bro, don't bring up bullshit ass fucking things and be like, oh, you never heard this? You just made that up.
Oh, man. But yeah, notfortheweek.com. Do it now.
Yeah. What he said.
Right now.
Right now. Anyway, what's going on, man? What's new?
Oh, not much. Adjusted my meals accordingly and eating a lot of fucking food. Good food.
Healthy, clean food.
Yeah, man.
I always hate that thing, the clean food.
Like,
Fuck clean food.
Fuck a diet.
Sounds terrible.
New shirt, fuck a diet.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I feel like that right now.
Fuck a diet, eat pizza.
Yeah, that's me right now.
Fuck a diet, eat pizza is going to drop soon. So.
My buddy Dean has a shirt. It's called Diet Starts Tomorrow.
Yeah, he just commented.
Those shirts are sick.
He just commented nothing but food emojis on my last post on Instagram.
Yeah, because
It's like sushi, food, rice, pizza, tacos.
he's the
ice
food
cream.
king.
Yeah, so I just commented back with every single food emoji that I found.
He also has the most food sponsors, like partnerships I've ever seen.
Really?
Like if you look at his thing, I look at his story and it's literally like chicken pound, then it's like beef jerky, then it's like some people are always sending him food. I'm like, what the fuck?
We need to get him on the podcast.
We need to get food like that.
On the podcast.
Yeah.
Food.
We need them to send us food like that.
Here.
Yeah.
Specifically designed to arrive at the
After our diet though.
Fuck, that's true. Yeah.
Dude, I was just in Klamath at the ranch, and that was miserable because I had to bring all of my meals with me, right? Mm-hmm. Just chicken and rice, just boring ass chicken and rice. And then Sterling's over there Like,
steak.
dude, let's have some steak. Let's have some artichoke dip. Let's
I
have
love art. That's actually my favorite dip.
let's have fucking eggs with bacon and sausage. And I'm just over there like, this is cool. And it made me so dead inside. Like I felt like slapping myself, like going out into the cold and never coming back kind of thing.
Well,
And I'm only a
that
weekend.
sounds terrible. You're only a weekend.
Yeah.
You're
You're a weekend, right?
I'm like
we started at the
I'm like
same
a
time.
week and like 2 days in. I started like last Wednesday.
Yeah, so we started around the same time.
Yeah.
So
I'm almost 2 weeks in, and I'm honestly enjoying it. I hated it the first 3 days because I was like, I'm just gonna do what I know: chicken and rice and fucking green beans or some shit like that. And then I started adjusting after I finally got what I'm supposed to eat. So right now I'm at like 80 grams of fat, which is fucking great for me. 80 grams of fat, like 325 grams of carbs and protein. And
that's roughly where I'm at, except
yeah.
my fat's a little bit lower than yours.
Yeah,
Not
mine's
like
at
way lower than
mine's
yours.
at 80, and so with it being at 80, that allows me to get like 96.4 lean ground beef, and throw like fat-free cheese on it, and then I do like half a cup of rice with 4 ounces of yams, so that basically adds up to about a full cup of rice. It's like 50 grams of carbs. So I have like 50 grams of protein and like 51 or 52 grams of carbs. So my shit's so dialed in right now, and they tasted so good because I love beef. They taste so good that I'm like excited to eat. But the problem is like it's a lot of fucking food for me right now. So I'm like forcing myself to eat these meals like every 2 hours. Like my last like 2 meals of the day are hard for me to eat. I eat them like this. I'm like,
The beef's a lot. Beef is a hard one, especially because it's a lot of fat. Even if it's the 96.4, is a lot of fat, so it's a heavier meal. So it's a lot longer for you to digest it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, because I'm getting like 9 grams. So
how many beef meals are you doing today?
4, because I eat 6 meals a day, and my breakfast and my last meal of the day is different. So I only have 4.
That's a lot of beef meals. So that's like what I
So
was
it's like
doing.
it's about 40 grams of fat just from meals.
Yeah, that's basically what I was doing before, and I miss that because now I'm doing all chicken or ground turkey
Ground turkey
and egg whites. Ground turkey 99.1 ground turkey is not good. It is like cardboard.
Sick.
It is like eating the fucking box. Like chowing down. Like I'm gonna just grill up some fucking box
I
right
heard
now.
I heard 99.1 beef is really bad. So
99. They don't even sell 99.1 beef.
So I was thinking about buying a cow. The Nobles, the local dairy farmers around here sell cows, and it's like $300, and it's like
How much meat do you
It's
get
like 1,100 pounds.
for $300?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah.
But where are you going to store that much beef? You need to like buy.
They can like cut it up for me and like give me pounds as they can store it there.
Oh, they'll store it for you.
Yeah, and bring it. And they say it's like extremely lean, like extreme lean beef. So I'm like, what are we talking? Like 96.4 is technically pretty lean beef.
It's probably not leaner than that.
But if it's like 98.2 or some crazy, even if it's 97.3,
you probably won't get that from a cow. Like if you were getting like an elk or something, then you
venison is. Or
yeah, if you were getting like a venison or a elk, then you'd probably have that.
Is there
lean.
I'd have to go Cartwrights to get that stuff, huh?
Yeah, but it's not worth buying it because you're not buying it from the U.S. You're buying it from like a farm in like New Zealand.
Fucking hey, New Zealanders.
You just need to find somebody that goes hunting.
Elliot goes hunting.
Yeah, so get him to get you some next time he
I'll
gets
go hunting.
gets an elk.
He hunts bear, so we might go hunt bear. I might try bear.
I've heard
meat.
bear is not that great.
Really? I want to try alligator meat.
I heard that tastes like fucking chicken.
That's
Literally,
that's what I heard.
That's
too.
what everyone says. But
That
it's like
tastes good.
it's a weird texture apparently. The alligator.
I'm sure they're fucking
It's like
dinosaurs.
It's like thicker, dude. We were watching like Swamp People the other day,
dude, we watch Swamp People all the time.
and I was like looking at that like, what the fuck?
Bro, I know.
First off, you can't understand the fuck they're
Troy,
saying.
you're gonna catch me, gator. Shoot. I'm like, shut the. You when you talk, you're gargling. That's what you're. But it's because they're like Cajun French or something like that.
So when I was going to school out there in Mississippi, there were a few Cajun dudes, and there were also a couple dudes from the backwoods of fucking Mississippi, and you couldn't understand a fucking word they said. We had this dude Rags, and he was
That's a hell of
the
a country
countryest dude I've ever met. And literally, if you got him like excited and he would start talking to you, you couldn't understand a single word. But he's like a big black dude, so he has a super deep voice, and and just fucking couldn't understand a fucking word he said. Like you just literally staring him in the face, like I have no idea what you just said, dude.
Dude, there's times on Swamp People where it's like them alligators come up and almost bite the motherfuckers' hands off.
Yeah.
What I like on that show is like every single time they shoot the gator, it's like in slow motion.
I want the gator to get one of them next time.
Me too, dude.
I'm like rooting for the gator. I'm like, fuck those people.
Like, oh, that's a 12-foot gator right there. You're going to be about $300.
And I'm just like, yeah, 12. I heard $1,200.
The episode I watched the other day, the dude was like going to go shoot the gator, and he dropped the gun in the water. Yeah. And then he like reached in to get the water. I was like, for sure would have just chalked that up as a loss and left the gun.
Oh, those dudes got the biggest balls in the world, dude. They do that as a fucking job. They go and hunt gator day in and day out.
It sounds miserable too because it's so humid, so hot. The mosquitoes, the bugs.
They probably all stink all the time.
And it's like one of those things where it's like...
And gator probably smells gross.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're killing it and just leaving on the boat and like going to get some more. It's like, ugh.
But dude, alligators and crocodiles are probably one of the most badass creatures on the planet.
Fucking dinosaurs.
The only fucking creature to have survived prehistoric times. Who are still prehistoric. They are literally like their skin is like bone.
I wonder
shards.
how old the oldest gator is that's alive right now is.
Damn, that's a hell of a good. I would fact check that, but I actually hate doing that, so I'm gonna look it up later.
There's like a shark, like the Greenland shark, apparently that's like 400 years old. I was listening to like I think it was like Rogan or something. They were talking about it.
I wish Megalodons
400
were
years
alive.
old. No, I do not. Fuck that.
Megalodons weren't as big as movies and stuff make it seem.
Yeah, but still, fuck that.
They ran out because as temperature changed, they died.
Good.
And they also ran out of food.
Good.
That's a scary thought.
Good.
All the fucking...
do you want to go in the ocean and think, oh, it's bad enough that they're great whites? I don't want to think, oh, there's something bigger than a great white out
like
there.
10 times bigger than
Yeah. Oh.
That can eat chips.
Yeah.
No.
You're on a fucking jet ski out there and just, wow.
You know what's really cool?
Fuck that.
Like, this is a weird nerdiness, but I always like think about like alligators. There's like alligators and snakes and birds and like sharks. Like, all of those were prehistoric, but when they were prehistoric, like they were fucking huge, like Titanoba, the huge snake that would eat alligators, like the anaconda that was like a prehistoric snake. Yeah. So it was like a prehistoric snake, right? And then like there's
different than the anaconda.
Well, it was called the Titanoba.
So it was like before the anaconda.
It was like before that. But that's what's cool is like as times change and these species go extinct or almost extinct, it's like the next generation of that species has evolved to the time and is now like either smaller or has like different like adaptations that it's that's insane to me.
And isn't as scary as the original.
Yeah, like I'm not as scared of an anaconda as I would be like a 75-foot long man eating anaconda that kills alligators as well. That's
remember Anaconda, the movie?
Dude, I just watched that like 2 months ago. Jennifer Lopez and Ice Cube.
Dude, Ice Cube and isn't John Voight the bad guy?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Ice Cube's playing like a Mac 10 song on the boat.
That movie, and at the end, like he's like swallowed the bad guy or something, and then like regurgitates the bad guy. So I remember that. It like scarred me as a child, but I was like, "Fuck snakes."
It actually made me think like, are anacondas really that big? And then I was like, they are really big, but not that big.
There's no way they're that big, though.
But anacondas do get like fucking big.
That made me not want to go to the rainforest, though.
Dude, if you got an anaconda, this would have to be its cage, this whole room. That's how big they are.
I don't have
like
I don't have the money for that rent, dude.
Well, they take like consistent care, I guess. I guess like amphibians and like reptiles, like they're the type of animals that if you have them as pets, it's daily care.
Yeah.
Dude, I can barely take care of the dog we have every day.
You barely take care of yourself.
I don't even take care of myself. I'm a bum. Have you seen
If we were walking away from coffee, you're like, dude, I'm a bum. I look like a bum.
I know. Oh, yeah, I know. It's like, why are people even nice to me? I look like a hobo. I look like
I'm surprised people aren't giving me change right now.
I know. Oh, where's my sign, dude?
Straight up, though, I don't trust people that own snakes or reptiles as pets. Like, you're weird.
They're
to me.
for sure
weird. Nope. Don't.
Kaya has a snake still. The two snakes.
That's a little crazy to me. And now I'm looking at her differently.
She is a little loony. Love her, though.
People
Love
who
you.
own snakes and reptiles, nah. Or tarantulas, those people that have like tarantulas,
all,
letting them crawl up and down their fucking
please-
arms.
Please tell me how a fucking spider, is cute in a pet, like a pet.
It's not though.
I see death.
I
when
want to
look.
stomp on it.
Dude, me too.
I will
You bring your pet tarantula around me, I will stomp on it. I will kill your pet tarantula. I don't give a fuck. Don't bring that bullshit around me,
dude.
First of all, I
If you're like
I have hardcore
it's like
arachnophobia.
walking up and down your fucking arms.
Ugh. It leaves that stupid little like hairy needle things in your arm. Yuck, dude. They eat birds.
Yeah.
You want that as a pet? They eat fucking birds, dude. You want that crawling on you? You're nuts.
You're a fucking psycho. That's what you are.
Nuts.
You're a weird person, and we can't be friends
I told Kai I thought it'd be cool to have a Komodo dragon as a pet.
until it eats you.
Well, then it would. So I found out Komodo dragons are a lot larger than I had previously
and they get
thought.
big.
Well, look at Godzilla. That's
Well, I
real.
don't think that. It's a documentary,
That is
bro.
a documentary about.
Look what happened to Japan, bro.
That's just a little bit of radiation sprinkled, like salt bait on a Komodo dragon, and the motherfuckers blue lightning kamehamehaing the fucking city, dude.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if you left your phone too close to it. The radiation from your phone fucking
Godzilla.
mutates that shit.
And it's eating me. I'd rather have a King Kong than a Godzilla. King
Kong's at least intelligent.
High-
Godzilla's kind of like a.
I mean, he fell in love with like a tiny little blonde girl.
He's not that intelligent then, because how's that gonna work, dude? It's not gonna
Big
work.
old
Out.
King Kong dick.
He's gonna just whip his dick out and just fucking crush her.
Yeah, his dick's the size of like a bus. And she's dumb for thinking somehow that'd work too.
Was she into it? I thought he was into
Bro,
it. I thought she was trying to get away from it.
I thought she was trying to save him. Like
Which King Kong movie are we talking about?
Jack Black King Kong. With Jack Black in it.
Is that the most recent one, or 2 ago?
That's like 2 ago.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I saw the most recent one,
Kong Island or something, or Skull
Island.
Island. Was that good?
It was all right.
It's just King Kong.
I mean, none of them are good. Let's be real.
did you ever watch that movie Rage with Dwayne Johnson?
Rampage?
Rampage.
I did.
Was it
I was on the plane, and it was one of the free movies, so I was like, all right, of
course.
I'm never going to rent this, so I'll watch it. It actually wasn't as terrible as I thought it was.
Because it's The Rock.
It was... No, don't say it's because of The Rock, because The Rock's made some shit movies.
What movies? Exactly.
What's the nanny one, where he's like the fucking...
Tooth Fairy?
The Tooth Fairy. Yeah. Don't tell me that's a good one.
Bro, father daughter love. Are you kidding me? You're a hater.
Yeah, that one's trash. So
Daddy's
was the
Girl, that's like
so was the one where he's like the pro football player and he's got like his daughter.
Game Plan.
Game Plan.
Race to Rich Mountain was really trash.
I didn't watch that.
It was really bad.
He
He's
went
like a
through
taxi driver.
He went through a series of movies where he was just making.
Please?
He was making support. You could tell he was just trying to cash in.
Please.
And I don't fault him for that. Make your money, bro.
Oh yeah, highest
But,
grossing actor. Also, most followers on Instagram.
Did he beat the Kardashians?
Yep. He has like 152 million people.
That's so ridiculous.
It's a lot of people. That's just people who have Instagram.
How many people follow Donald Trump?
Like 1.4 million.
Dude.
So
Imagine
151 more 151 million more people.
It'd be
follow
interesting to see
The Rock.
the breakdown, though. Like, how many of those people that follow The Rock are from the U.S.? Because theoretically, like,
That's
imagine
a
if
good
he was
question.
just went on fucking... It was like, I'm going to be president. Who vote for me?
Well, yeah, Rock 2020.
But, like, he could just post that on Instagram, be like, hey, like this photo to vote for me or some shit.
And he'd get like 700 million likes.
Have you ever seen that movie? Oh, what was that movie? Fuck.
Like 700.
Idiocracy or whatever?
I
Where
don't think so.
Terry Crews is the president. It's literally like a dude like The Rock is like president of the U.S.
Is it pretty tight?
It's just making fun of how stupid the U.S. is.
I have a video game where Terry Crews is in it. It's called Crackdown 3. And he's like you can like be him as a character and he's like, booyah! And like says shit as he blows things up.
Terry Crews is an interesting dude, man.
He's tight. He's actually really fucking cool.
Apparently he had a porn addiction.
I can see that.
You could see that.
I could just see him.
You could
being
imagine
addicted.
him having a porn
like
addiction.
a legit, like that's a thing, like being addicted to porn.
Apparently. He was talking about it.
It's like I just couldn't stop whacking it, man.
Well, I think it became a point where he was just like, he wasn't even doing it for the enjoyment. He was just doing it to do it, kind of thing. Like he wasn't getting enjoyment. Like he felt like he had to, which is weird.
That's crazy.
It's weird to think about. Like
that's weird to think. Yeah.
Like how could you keep getting it up? Or are you just watching it like without doing anything?
Like he just puts it on his TV while he like does chores around
He's
the
like
house.
cooking while some chick's getting like banged behind him on the TV.
Did someone order pizza? Extra meat? Like, and he's just like, I did actually. Just fucking hanging out.
He's like
VR.
actually into the movie. He's like,
Yeah.
this is my favorite part right here. This is a great plot point right here. Pay attention.
She's like, how dare you? That's not a pizza. That's your dick.
He's like, I know.
Believable, man.
That's a thing, bro.
Is it?
I don't know. I think so.
I could imagine it.
Pizza dude porn? That's totally
Oh,
a
it's
thing.
for sure a thing.
That's OG.
And then he opens the pizza, or he like sits on the
Dick in
couch
a
and
box,
opens the pizza box, and his dick's just popping through the pizza. Yeah, which is a waste of pizza.
It was like this a while ago. Okay.
Oh.
There was this one that I watched, and it was like, it was the stupidest thing. It was like, a babysitter one or some weird shit like that, and it was like, they were like carving pumpkins. And he like stuck his dick in the pumpkin and like turned to like the babysitter and was like, so it was like, oh, you can carve the rest of it, and like he just like puts her hand in the pumpkin and is like carving it like this, and he's just like standing there with his pants down. I'm just like this is the best you got. It was like a Halloween one, I think, or something like that. And I'm just like, wow, this is gold.
Well, you figure like all the great ideas have already pretty much been taken. Like they just got to keep remaking them, and sometimes the remakes aren't as good.
That's true.
That took a turn, though.
That's a weird. Yeah.
That's a weird conversation.
Sorry for the viewers if this is.
People are like,
Actually, I'm not sorry. This is called Not for the Week, and so if you are offended,
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, don't be a pussy. In the wise words of a James Mooney, don't suck.
Yeah. Well, that's not sucking. It's just don't be a pussy. Like sometimes.
But pussy suck. Dude.
Sometimes we. What?
If you're a pussy, you suck.
Life sucks for you if you're a pussy.
Life sucks. Yeah. Life's probably really hard for you if you are a pussy.
But sometimes this is what we talk about. Sometimes we just talk about random shit.
Weird. It's literally in the About Us.
Yeah.
Or like about the podcast on Not for the Week.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't talk about fitness, and sometimes we don't talk about business, and we just talk about stupid shit.
Like pornos and King Kong.
That was a weird transition.
And the Komodo dragons. Well, because we talk about King Kong banging his old lady.
I'm sure that's a porno.
Sure.
I'm sure that is.
We'll have to look it up. That's hella explicit. It's just to play that. But what was I gonna say? Frickin' frack. Oh, dude, it's actually I've gotten like a lot. I don't know about you, but I've gotten like a lot of responses from people about like our random episodes like this that are like funny and goofy. Like a lot of people will talk to me like at the gym. They'll be like, "Dude, I listened to your episode today. It was fucking hilarious." And I was like, I didn't even listen to it. Was it funny? Like, I didn't even listen to it today.
Well, sometimes I think our conversations I don't think are that funny, but then like Chris would be like, "Oh my god, you guys are."
I guess so.
So
I think
it's one of those things where it's like you can't necessarily be super close to it. It's like how you look in the morning. Like I look at myself in the morning, I'm like, God damn, I look like a piece of shit. But then Chris is like, you look good.
That's weird because I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I look good. And then I eat my first meal. I breathe air. And I'm like, nah, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Look in the mirror, flex. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, oh, fat again. Tight.
It was the crust in your eyes, dude. It was like...
that's what I think it was. Got some of that weird vision. Morning vision.
Dude, how about that dude Jussie Smollett, dude? I was listening. I was on the car ride here. I saw that he got indicted on 16 felony charges.
When you heard about that, was this the first time you heard about that?
No,
Oh.
I've been following it pretty frequently.
So when it first happened, what were your first initial thoughts on like his bullshit?
It's
Were you like, wow, I can't believe that stuff's still going on, or were you like, this is fucking? There's no way this.
So
is
I'm gonna be real. When I first heard the story, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But then like, part of me, like in the back of my head, was thinking like, dude, that doesn't sound right. Like the whole idea of the fact that he still had like the noose around his neck, like an hour later. I feel like if somebody like grabbed me, put a noose around my neck, dumped bleach on me, beat the shit out of me, like called me all these names, and then I got home, I'm not keeping that on. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror with that around my neck is going to be like, fucking no, I got to take that off.
Weird.
Like, why would you leave that on?
That?
And then the whole thing kind of, then when the details start coming out, it's like, oh man, this is really hard to believe.
Well, I watched the interview with him and he was like explaining it, and I'm just like listening to him and I'm like, are you sure? Because like this doesn't make. There's like little things he'll add in to make it sound worse, and then I'm like, this does not sound like a fight.
Yeah,
like it does not sound.
It's not
like this is a really weird thing. Like it doesn't. Like it seems like it sucks if this is real. Like wow, this is terrible. But like he's explaining how the dude punched him and then he punched him back. I'm like, you did? Yeah. Like let me tell you something. How it works in street fights, especially. If you're getting jumped by two dudes. Especially if you're getting jumped by two dudes who are committing a quote-unquote hate crime. So this is totally based off your race and the color of your skin. They are not going to push you and punch you and wait for you to punch them back. Their goal is for sure to beat the fucking pulp out of you.
That's another thing too is like...
And you put that he just punched you and stood there and waited for you to punch him back.
And let you get away.
Also... They beat you to the ground and you had the smallest cat scratch right under your eye. That's it? A cat scratch?
Yeah.
Dude, my dog does more damage to me.
Yeah, dude. You walked in the other day and I was like, what the fuck happened to your arm? It was like, oh yeah, the dog stepped on me.
Yeah, it just stepped on me. Well, we need to cut her nails. They're really bad. But it's just like, it blows my mind.
Well,
and he's like, and we tussled. Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
There's zero evidence.
I wonder what they look like. You know what I mean?
I'm just like, there's zero fucking evidence of this being real. Like, it's just your word against. And the thing is like you're a professional actor, and it's like it just seems fucking too legit. You know
well, it sounds too crazy that you escaped with like no real damage. Like if it was truly a hate crime,
and your phone stayed on, and the dude heard you, and was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" It's like you just heard what happened, and like why wouldn't you have kept the recording?
It's like it's like what you're saying though. Like if it was a hate crime, and those people truly hate you, they're gonna do damage. Like you're gonna have a black eye, you're gonna have maybe a broken nose, you're gonna have something. Because there's no way they just let you go away if they're going to do all this to you.
Regular fights that have nothing to do with the color of your skin, just regular altercations with people, end worse than this dude. This is a hate crime. They're pouring, dude. I'm sorry, if they're pouring a bleach substance on you, and they're putting a noose around your neck.
There's some fucked up dudes.
Like they're really fucked up, and they're going to do more than just punch you one time,
dude.
Fucking time.
And I remember, so when I was bouncing in the city. I was working the front door at this club, right? And I got into two specific altercations where I ended up with like a massive black eye. Mm-hmm. So like the last altercation, I was like checking some guy's ID, a guy that I wouldn't let in that was talking to my manager, small guy, like 5'4", mm-hmm. like tiny dude, like 130 pounds, 140 pounds. He was pissed that I wouldn't let him in. I'm over there checking an ID. He reaches over the guardrail and like catches me in the eye, right? Just a glancing blow, barely hit me. Like gave me a fat fucking black eye. I ended up beating the shit out of him because I jumped the rail and caught him. But beside the point, small dude, right? One dude, one punch, barely hit me, grazed my eye. I ended up with a fat black eye. This dude got attacked by two dudes, walks away with like a scratch. Like no black eye, no bruising. It's hard to believe.
And did you see the part? First of all, that story is kind of tight because I'm glad you beat that dude's ass. Second of all, and did you see him? He was like saying that they were like calling him by like Empire, like the show and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't respond to Empire. It's like, if you're the only fucking person on the street and you're a part of a show named Empire and someone says Empire, I don't care who you are, you're gonna look and see.
Yeah, you're gonna look back.
You're gonna be like, he must be talking to me. I don't respond to Empire. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Regardless, dude's lying. He lied about the whole story. And the shittiest thing about this, though, now is the fact that it's like the boy who cried wolf. Now, like, because there are injustices, there are shitty people out there that are racist and homophobic and all this shit, and they're gonna attack, gay, black, like
for sure.
different races. They're gonna target these people. It's already going on, obviously, like, and now the next time somebody gets attacked or whatnot, and somebody's like tries to go to the police, it's gonna be like, oh, he's probably just making it up, like that one dude.
That's what's the most frustrating thing is like, it only takes one person to fuck around and fuck everything up for everyone else. Now that's true. Now what about the people who actually do get targeted? Yeah. What about the people who actually do deal with this? Now everyone's gonna think everyone's fucking lying. Well, because your bitch ass had to make up some stupid excuse for a publicity stunt, got caught. First of all, the dudes you had beat you up are these two big buff fucking bodybuilding black dudes.
That you also know.
So two black dudes did a hate crime. You hired two fucking black guys to do it, and then you say it was a hate crime?
Well, it's not even that. It's the dude. How did he think he was going to get away with it? That's the question. Because first off, you think you're going to outsmart like the police. Plus, it's going to get national attention because you are a celebrity. So it's for sure going to go viral, and for sure somebody's going to There's too many cameras. There's too many people out there. There's too many. Let's be real. Like, you can look up people's cell phone records. You can look up it's not hard to track people now.
Yeah, they looked up like transactions.
Yeah, you actually thought you were going to get away with this. Like, how dumb do you have to be?
Yeah, and it's like, and they talked to witnesses around the surrounding area when that happened, and then no one heard any slanderous talk. Like, nobody heard anything like that. Everyone was like, dude, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Like, wow, dude.
It's just
it's like he took his nail and was like,
it's just it's a shame because it, like I said, it devalues other people who actually do get like treated like shit and beat up and targeted and
exactly.
And in the future, it and I'm not saying it will, but it could devalue somebody going forward, and maybe now the cops are going to go. Not saying it will happen, but maybe now they're a little bit more like cautious of believing somebody's story because, we just had this big thing and he got a lot of publicity out of it. And that's the thing too, is like, we're in an age where people do stupid shit for publicity. Like, if you can get some 15 minutes of fame, you're going to do something stupid.
Or like things like insurance fraud where people do dumb stuff just to collect insurance money. Yeah. There's plenty of people out there like that. And it's like, dude, like, that's why they have like insurance fraud people now who look into that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, now you have to look into all that stuff to make sure this person's not lying. And it was probably all because one person did that,
And it's a shame too, because dude was talented.
For sure.
I was not a huge Empire fan, but I watched maybe like the first two seasons.
It's a dope
and
show.
he's got a great voice. He's a good singer. Like, yeah, his character was probably going to get kicked off or killed off. I don't know I don't follow it, but apparently he was going to get written off. But he could have picked up a bunch of other things, but now, he can't get any of that. He might get a book deal. People will probably be like, oh, give him a book. Like, I want to know the story.
Dude, he really fucked himself in a super big way. Like, he just single-handedly derailed his entire career. And that's a real shame because, life isn't a movie, man.
Yeah.
And he treated it like it was.
Well, it's just selfish. And it's a shitty move, and he's a piece of shit for doing it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So he deserves it. Like, honestly, if you thought that was like, who, I've never thought of something like that. Like, I couldn't even conceive like, oh, dude, I'm a fake getting attacked by some racists, and
then promote how I was attacked.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna promote how I fought back, and oh man, but
how you fought back.
So he's going to.
And like, another thing I watched is like, when he in the interview, he's like, they said something to him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He said he turned around and was like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" I'm like, "You didn't fucking say that."
Well, he said he called himself he compared himself to Tupac in one of the interviews I was listening to. I forget what he said exactly.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
But
Tupac would never do some pussy shit like that.
Well, he would never fucking orchestrate some bullshit.
Tupac handled in the streets like a real man.
Ridiculous.
Tupac actually dealt with real shit.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It devalues people who have actually gone through some shit.
I can't believe you'd even say that. But yeah, he's like, "What the fuck you say to me?" You ain't ever gonna say that to somebody. You kidding me? You turn around and see those two big buff dudes.
Dude, even I'm not gonna do that. If I'm walking at 11 p.m. at night and two dudes, shadows like in the dark, are like yelling shit at me, I'm not gonna be like, "What the fuck you say to me?" Like, no.
I always case a situation before I decide like how I'm gonna interact in it, and if depending on like the two guys.
But even then, you don't know what they have.
Yeah, but even then, but like if it seemed like maybe they were just some like two douchebags, and for whatever reason they were out for a night, like I don't know. It takes a lot for me to get into altercations with people. I'm such a calm and like collected guy for the most part, and like it takes a lot for me to want to like engage in like stupidity like that. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you can't nowadays.
Idiots. Oh, dude,
you can't. You never know who has what. Like who has a gun, who has a knife, who has, who is lurking in the shadows. Like I consider myself like I'll defend myself if I need to, but I'm not gonna go out of. And I've been in fights and shit in the bars, drunk and doing stupid shit. I've been in fights, but even then I was cautious with it, like, because you don't know nowadays.
There was this really big fight. I was at a bonfire like a couple years back, and there was this super stupid fucking thing. A bunch of these California cats came up to this bonfire. We're in Southern Oregon, pretty country up here, and these California cats came up to this bonfire, and they're all fucking suwooed out, like all blooded out, and they're chilling. They're not making a fuss. They're just hanging out. I'm friends with everybody. I'm actually more friends with them than I am with like country people, because I don't always really get along with country people that well. We just don't really always see like things the same. Anyways, all of a sudden, one country kid pushes one California kid. A California cat pushed him back, and then the country kid the country kid headbutted the California kid. The California kid grabbed the ball and hit him in the head and like split his eyebrow open. And then girls and everyone are starting to get in fights, and people are swinging. And then someone takes a gun out and starts popping off shots, not at people, but like just up in the air. And I'm just like, whoa.
See, that's when
from a push, dude.
That's when I would have dipped out.
And now you have all these bloods, and they're all pulling out guns, and they're all like, fuck you. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I remember I walked into the group. I was like talking to him. I was like, dude, what's going on? And one dude, the biggest dude, which is the dude I was talking to, big hefty guy. He's actually really cool. Big hefty dude. He's like, that motherfucker's saying this and saying that, and fuck these motherfuckers, and it's racist this and racist, like playing the race card. And I'm just like, whoa. And then like the country guys are just starting to come down the hill, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, you guys should probably stay back. Like these dudes got like AR-15s, and like they're ready to fucking put holes in you guys. Like, and I'm just like, this whole time, I've always been a neutral guy. I always have been a neutral guy because I don't fucking care, right? So I just like hang out and watch what's going on, or like talk to people and try to calm people down. Yeah. And usually it works. But in this case, it was like it needed more than just me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I decided to step out because I'll probably get caught with a bullet, or someone's going to try to fight me. And
that's a scenario where it's not worth you interjecting yourself, and you need to kind of distance yourself from that, because you don't know what's going to, like, exactly. That's one of those things where there's too many people. You don't know what somebody is going to do. You know, somebody's freaking out, like, oh man, just shoots into the crowd. Like, fuck that. Like,
even if it was by accident, and they're all drinking, and I'm like, and I was drinking too, so like, really was hard to like think like, oh, maybe this is dangerous for me. But then eventually, like, usually when shit like that pops off, which is very rare that that's ever happened. That was the biggest like instance, but usually when shit like that pops off, it like sobers me up. I'm like, oh, whoa, what's going on? And like as soon as the the bottle and the headbutt and the punching, all that stuff, that's fine. That's like typical rowdy bullshit.
Yeah.
But then the gunshots, I'm like, whoa, we're on a mountain, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's
someone's
when you
going to kill somebody, and then like we could potentially all be fucked. Like,
Yeah. No,
because I'm going to leave and not fucking say anything, probably.
You need to get out of there.
But it was crazy, and it's just like how fast like things unravel like that. Like you were saying, like you never know. Like I didn't know any of those kids had a gun.
Yeah.
I didn't know some dude was gonna hit some
You're
dude
just
with a
having
bottle and split
you're
his
just
head
having
open.
a party, and it just escalates.
I will say I saw the dude headbutt the guy, and it was kind of fucking tight. It was like super savage. Like he like
I never understood the headbutt. The headbutt blows my mind.
Yeah.
Why would you? Like,
Oh, he split that cat's nose, dude.
but you also gonna split your shit, or you're gonna get a
could,
concussion,
yeah.
or you're gonna do something. Personally, I enjoy not hitting my head against things, so I
think
prefer.
the
not to.
idea is not to hit head to head. The idea is to hit head to nose.
Yeah,
To
but
break the
even
nose.
then, still kind of hurts. Let's be real here.
Yeah. Or at least will hurt later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'd throw an elbow before
Plus,
I headbutt.
your nose is small. Like that's a small area to hit.
Yeah.
Like the chances of me missing and hitting your cheek or your forehead,
Yeah,
or
and you're
even
drunk
your
on
jaw.
unlevel ground.
Yeah, dude. Plus, what happens if I go for the headbutt and you swing on me? Like,
And you just go straight into it.
yeah, I'm not getting knocked out for that bullshit, dude.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Dude, I remember this other time I was working at the club, and this dude swung on a chick in the club. Right?
Whoa.
He was like drunk, dancing on this chick. She wanted nothing to do with him, so she like pushed him off, and he, drunk piece of shit dude, just fucking decked her in the club, and one of our big Tongan security guards just fucking grabbed him, like bear hugged him, took him outside, and it was like me, my security or the head of security, and like the other door guy out front, and they're like, cuff him. You know, like, because some of us carried cuffs.
Yeah.
And like, cuff him, wait for the cops, just cuff him. And like, while we were, there was like, he's like, what, cuff him? Like, he questioned the head of security. He's like, cuff him? And while he was doing that, dude took off. And the big Tonga dude is our security guy. He's like 300 pounds. He's not chasing after nobody. And it was like me and this other door guy. And the other door guy's like maybe 210, 215. And I'm maybe like 240 at the time. He's like, he looks at us because we're the smaller dudes. He's like, go get him. And I was like, I don't know about that. But we ended up taking off down the street to go catch him. We catch him we like kind of tackle him.
Yeah.
I throw him in like a full Nelson. And the other guy's getting his handcuffs out. And as this is happening, I hear the screaming. And the rest of the dude's crew ran out the club and were like chasing down the street after us. It was like 6 dudes.
Oh,
and it's just us. And it's like one of those scenarios. It's like, fuck, like you don't know. Like,
Yeah.
one of these dudes might have a gun in their trunk or something. Like the parking lot's right over here. Like, so we ended up like letting the dude go, kind of like square off with a few dudes, trade a few punches, and then my head of security's like, get back here, because like you never know. Like somebody could have like knives and shit in their car. It's like, it's one of those scenarios like you never know nowadays. And that's the shitty thing. Like it used to be like, I remember when I was growing up, like you get in a fight and like it would be like hand to hand, like, and nobody would
handle
it would
like
be
a
a
man.
legit fight. But nowadays it's like,
And that's what's bullshit is like nowadays, if you feel any type of threat that, or like any challenge that you think you might lose, you're going to go to a weapon. And that's some pussy shit. Handle your shit like a man and get knocked out or knock the dude out. Like there's only 2 ways. Like that's how you handle it, dude. Like if it comes to the point to where you guys need to squabble, then fucking squabble and throw hands like men.
I wonder like what kind of led to that. Like because was it like people regulating like fighting growing up? Like if you got in a fight, like, because now it seems like nobody knows how to fight.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows how to throw a punch or whatnot. And so like, obviously if you end up in a fight that you're losing, you're not going to know how to fight back. So you're going to turn to a weapon. I don't know.
I get it.
Is it because of that?
I get it.
I don't
It's
know.
like, I get it. It's fight or flight, but it's like, listen, dude, handle your shit.
Yeah.
And you know what? The dude beats your ass. You fucking beat your ass.
Sometimes though, when you get in a fight with somebody, you end up becoming a good friend with them. I got in a fight with a dude middle school. We fought in the gym locker room, and we ended up being like good friends from then on, like all the way through high school.
I
like
got
a
in a
mutual
fight.
respect thing.
I got in a fight with a kid in middle school, and he was like, I don't know what the fuck his deal was, dude, but like it was like lunch or something like that, and he was like talking shit to me. And I was like, he was kind of like the cool cat. He was like talking shit to me. And I was like, whatever, I don't really fucking care. He just like kept talking shit, talk shit almost all the way to my class, and then he like said something that just like super triggered me, and I like fucking turned around, just cold cocked him like just right in the fucking jaw, dude. And then he hit me in my stomach, and then like I pushed him away, and then like we like walked away. It was like the weirdest fight ever.
It was like he threw a couple punches.
I was like
done.
punch, push, done, and then like we were fine. It was like it was so weird. Like we didn't even like hurt each other.
It was almost
like I didn't even like hurt him.
It was almost like you had to test to make sure that
like a dominant.
Dude,
it was
yeah.
some weird dominance thing. Like what's this motherfucker?
It was like those like the two apes that run and like charge and bounce into each other.
That's fun to watch. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like a battle of who can beat their chest better. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, dude.
But then you're good with it. Like
yeah, but then we were like, oh, okay, this dude's not a bitch.
Like, pounded in the hallway and whatnot.
I was like, what's up, dude? It's like, fuck you.
It's cool. Yeah. I don't know. That's how things need to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't like I heard about a kid recently who got in a fight at school, right? And they hit the kid, and they got in an altercation. One kid hit the other kid, and now the other kid's suing that kid for hitting him.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
the fuck, dude?
And it's like,
you know what? His home life probably sucks. Mommy and daddy are probably like.
It's just like, dude, you can't take that out of it. Like, there has to be, like, that's how I don't know. That's how boys are. Boys like to fight.
I just didn't grow up like a pussy like that. Like,
well,
you
I didn't
fucking
either.
fight.
Like,
you stand your ground.
Well, like,
you can't.
Well, if somebody picks on you, you stand up for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they still if you stand up for yourself, and they still beat your ass, right?
At least
you stood up for yourself, and chances are the person that you stood up to will respect you.
That's like a weird thing. Like that's like something that like people don't understand is like you lose, cool. Like people are like, dude, I lost. I'm a bitch. Like blah blah blah. It's like, no, dude, you stood up for yourself.
Well, it is embarrassing. Like if you were to get knocked out or whatever, you stand up for yourself. It is embarrassing. But the fact that you're willing to stand up for yourself is a step ahead of most people. Is a step ahead of most people, because most people just turn away, like, oh, I don't want to, like, don't pick on me, kind of thing.
There's like you stand up for yourself, you still lose, but that doesn't mean that you're any less brave, right?
No,
that means that you're courageous. That means
you're willing.
You're brave.
You're willing to do shit.
Yeah. So what? You got your ass whooped. Well, get better at fighting. That's fine. That's okay. Learn from that.
Yeah, that's something you can teach. You can teach someone how to be better at fighting. You can't teach someone how to, be courageous or stand up for themselves,
that's shit they gotta figure out on
not allow people to walk all over them. Like you can't really teach that. Like I guess some of that might come with like teaching someone how to fight, like they could build more confidence and whatnot. But I feel like deep down there's some sort of intangibles that you can't necessarily teach somebody later on in life.
I think that you can teach courageous and like show acts of like courage and like bravery to like your children when they're young.
Yeah, you can
so
give them
they are aware that there is like a different choice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I think that when Kingston gets here, that I definitely am gonna like take a lot. Well, I mean he'll be too young, but as he gets older, like I'm gonna teach him like so many things about like how to handle situations better and like stand up for himself and stuff like that. Not like fight, like
not even that.
It's
but
like
just as simple as like no excuses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like stop. Don't make an excuse. Don't come to me with an excuse of why something didn't happen or why you couldn't do something. Come to me with like, oh, I tried and I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. But I can't. But don't tell me, oh, I quit. Oh, because it was too hard or some shit.
I can't wait. Dude, that kid's gonna do so much with his life. I think. Who knows? I don't know. I think
you would assume that he's going to do something.
Yeah. I know that I'm going to teach him something.
Like you're
and his mom, dude.
You guys are going to be good enough parents that it's not going to be something to worry about. But I do worry about that though, like because sometimes people are just bred fucking as pieces of shit.
Wrong.
Yeah, well, not even. It has nothing to do with like how they were brought up or whatnot. Like you could be brought up in the best situation ever and still end up just being a terrible human being. Like you know what I mean? Like. You're mean, ungrateful, like no matter, like I've met people like that come from really good homes and they're just at their core, they're just not good people.
Yeah.
You know, so we can hope for that. That's not going to be the case with Kingston.
Oh man, I would fucking crush me.
But chances are, not going to happen.
Nah, dude.
He's got enough good role models around him that I think
exactly.
he'll be good.
Super positive people, super good people. I have a lot that I can teach him. I know Kaya's gonna have a lot that Kaya can teach him how to like cook and do that. Dude, he's gonna be the ultimate man. I can already see it. He's gonna know how to cook.
He's about to
work
pick up
out.
all the ladies.
Oh man, if he looks anything like me, let me tell you what.
He's gonna need that personality if he looks like you.
Let me tell you what, ladies. It ain't the looks that gets the ladies. It's it's my personality because I ain't got the looks. Kaya fell in love with me because I'm funny and chubby, so I'm snuggly. I'm like a Care Bear. Or like a Teletubby.
No, don't say Teletubby.
I actually hate Teletubbies, so
go Care Bear.
Care Bear. But what do you think? I'm probably like Sunshine Bear.
I don't even know. I can't remember
the
the last.
It's like Sunshine Bear, Rainbow Bear. I don't know.
You know 2 more than I know because I don't know any.
I used to watch Care Bears, I think, when I was younger.
That's OG, dude. I feel like I used to watch it like when I was super, super young. But that's like one of those
Care Bears are OG, huh?
Yeah, they're like really old. But I definitely didn't retain any of that. It's amazing how much stuff I don't remember. And I wonder if sometimes if it's a CTE, because I for sure had more concussions I can count. Or if it's just like one of those things where it's like you just stop thinking about it.
Could be. There's a lot of things I don't remember or like simply just forget.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like it's getting worse as I'm getting older, dude. I'm like, fuck. I'll be like talking to Kaya. I'm like, yeah, dude. So, and then I get so mad because I'm like, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah. Like nothing interrupted me. I just simply completely
you interrupted
forgot.
yourself.
I interrupted
inside your head.
Yeah, I interrupted my brain from thinking.
It didn't take much.
Idiot. That's how I always feel.
Just hella mad at yourself.
Oh, dude, I get so pissed.
Oh man, there was something else that we were going to talk about too, but I forgot it. on that topic, yeah, there was for sure something else that I was going to talk about too. But
I know what we can talk about. When the fuck are we going to get stools?
Oh, I talked to someone. We're going to get stools.
Good.
Yeah,
I hate standing.
We're going to get stools, bro. Standing for an hour is not that bad.
Listen here. That's why I yawn so much, okay? My hips hurt and my leg. I don't.
You yawn because you're fat, dude.
Well, that's rude and true. All in the same.
The blood's going elsewhere through your body.
For once.
Yeah. No, that was rude. I apologize.
I'm cutting.
You're not
You
fat.
said
You're actually looking lean.
Well, don't say that yet because...
Well, you're looking smaller.
I feel smaller.
Well, actually,
and my pumps,
see, that's one of those things, though. You don't want to say you look smaller because when I say you look smaller, it means like you look like you're leaning out. But if I say you look smaller, you're also going to take it to be like, oh.
No, I mean, it comes with the territory, bro. And I'm not the master of dieting. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that I do that I could do better to maintain like muscle and strength as I cut. But, in the meantime, just fucking losing weight. I have been training core like 3 times a week.
There you go.
Not to get abs, but to strengthen my core overall. And so when my body fat does get low enough, you will see abs because you can definitely be skinny and not have abs. It is a thing. You should still always train core.
Well, I mean, training core makes the abs more pronounced.
Yep.
Because they will grow, and so they'll be more blocky looking and whatnot. Not even necessarily blocky looking, but they will pop out a little bit more.
I heard that weighted stuff for
Yes.
your abs is what builds the blocks.
Yeah. I used to do a ton of weight. I need to get back into that.
You do have really blocky abs.
I used to do a ton of that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I've been doing like even oblique stuff, dude. It actually, what sucks though is like when you're a heavier guy and you do ab stuff, you're like, damn, I'm gonna look good. But all that does is like you get an ab pump, which pushes your fat out, and you look more fat.
You look more bloated,
dude. It's the weirdest thing. I look at myself and I'm like, I quit. I did abs and I did cardio, and I look at myself and I'm like, I look fucking huge. It's the worst.
That's how I felt this morning. I was just taking like progress pics for Alex, and I was like, I was bloated from the morning. Like I hadn't gone to the bathroom last night. Like I didn't shit last night.
You just shit in the morning.
Well, I didn't have to shit in the morning. I tried to. I didn't have to. But I felt bloated, and I was like super pale and deflated because no carbs. And I was just like taking a picture. I was like, God damn it, I look like a piece of shit.
What did Alex say?
He didn't say. He said I looked less watery. I was like, thank you, Alex. That's nice.
Good. He's a really truthful guy.
But then over the weekend, he texted me. He's like, "Yeah, you got a lot of weight to lose." I was like, "Oh, sick, dude." He's like, "Yeah, you got a lot of fat to lose. You just carry it well, so it doesn't look like it, but you got a lot of fat to lose." I was like, "Oh, sick."
At least you carry it well.
He's like, you're the type of dude that could still have abs, but have like another 10 pounds to lose. I was like,
that's a weird, like that's like a back.
It's like a weird compliment. It's like, okay, cool.
I'm like, thanks, but fuck me.
So I can hang out at a higher body fat percentage and still have abs. That's nice.
Well, I definitely have seen you fluffier with abs still.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I still had like the top couple abs at like 250. But I had like this.
It's weird.
I had the spare tire.
I always thought you were so much smaller because like I was always so much heavier. And now that I've gotten leaner, it's weird to think we're not terribly far from being similar weights.
Yeah.
Because you're like 235 or 245. What
242.
So you're 242 right now. I'm like 20 pounds heavier, but I used to be typically like at your heaviest, I was still like 35 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I should pull out the pics when I was 275.
I bet you look like a fucking watermelon.
But I still had abs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's gangster, dude.
I looked pretty good. Like I just looked big though.
Yeah.
And I still had abs. So
you should see the pics of me when I was 310.
I can't imagine that.
I look terrible.
I bet.
Yeah, you know,
310 is not because you are not a tall person. So 310
well,
is.
I mean, I'm 6 foot.
I mean, but
Just kidding.
You're not tall enough to pull off 310 though.
I'm not tall enough to pull off any weight that's above like 240, dude.
You didn't look bad at 280 though.
I didn't look bad.
You've always had like the big back.
Yeah, I do have just like because I have broad shoulders.
Yeah, you have broad shoulders, big traps, and a wide lats.
Yeah,
so your waist always looked not as big.
In shirts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in shirts.
Yeah, when I'm shirtless, I'm like, whoa.
When I take my shirt off, people are like, oh, too. Like so.
Yeah, but you have a big chest. It's big
really,
pecs.
It's really fatty though.
It's well developed though.
It's really fatty though. We'll see.
But
I'm excited to get lean. We're gonna get lean and we're gonna get shredded.
Lean, mean.
And this summer's gonna be lit. And we're gonna get tan. We're gonna get tan.
Yeah, I think I still am gonna get a membership at Tan Republic.
We're gonna get tan, dude.
Just need to do it like just a $20 a month one.
Yeah, we're gonna get tan.
Oh, the tan.
We're gonna look fucking Guido-ish.
Good.
And then we're gonna go to LA and work out at Venice Beach.
Outside.
Actually, I don't know about that because last time I was at Venice Beach, it looked like a shithole.
It is a shithole.
Dude, it was even worse 3 weeks after we were there and I went back and we were trying to walk down. More homeless people than I've ever seen in one place and just trash everywhere. And I was like, this is the most beautiful stretch of beach that is. I'd be so pissed if I paid a couple million to live right here. And this is my view. It's just
and
trash.
This dude pays nothing to live
just
right there.
Trash. Dude just posted with his tent. That fucking public restroom right there, overflowing with poo and shit and pee all over this place.
It's pretty filthy.
Sherry tried to go to the bathroom there on one of the public restrooms. It was a river of shit going out the restroom.
That's tight, dude.
She's like, I can't do it.
And
anyway.
people like just open the door on you and you're.
Well, that's what locks are for.
The one that we used, we
that's
didn't
never
have locks.
happened to me.
Really? The one that we used, we didn't even have locks on the door.
I think the dude was actually posted up outside when I was doing it. Like he saw me go in, so he's like making sure no one.
The dude, I had mine, and like obviously you can hear me peeing. He like opened it and like processed what I was doing for a second, and I like turned around. I was like, "What's up, dude?" He like, and then he was like, "Oh," and like closed it. I'm like, "What are you fucking?"
If it takes you longer than like a second to process what's going on,
I was like,
he's hoping to catch a look.
A little
he wanted to
Dickerino.
He wanted to see Lil J.
Little J, man. Well, Little J didn't want to fucking see him. Let me tell you
like
what.
recedes back into your body.
It's like, I was like, dude, where's your dick? You know, just disappeared.
Anyway, man.
Well,
Should we call it there?
yeah. We've been talking.
You got
about
anything
it.
else?
Uh,
Any announcements? Anything?
no, nothing crazy. Just fixing up the nursery. So we got the paint on the walls. Looks great. We're gonna install the flooring today, and hopefully get some baseboard action. It would probably take us all day to do the flooring, or at least a couple hours. All day, as in like until like 7.
That sounds terrible.
I'm excited to go home, man. I'm excited to fucking relax. I've been feeling extremely mentally exhausted lately, and I'm trying to think. I'm like, dude, how do people do it? Like, how do you do it? Like between work and the gym and social media. Like sometimes I find myself just like people don't understand. Like it doesn't seem like you're doing much, but you're doing a lot that takes a lot of
it's a lot of stress on the body.
It's a lot of stress on the body. It's a lot of stress on your mind. Like to constantly like douche and be involved in like a customer service job, right? So like in a job where every single person relies on you, every single member. I'm the only person who works there. Like we do one person shifts, so I'm the only one who works there, and I tend to every single member's needs and make sure everyone's taken care of. And like people are like, it's an easy job. It's like it has its easy points, but you have to understand like I also have to bring like a level of excellence every single fucking day. So not only do I train, but I'm like at the gym for like 12, 13 hours every single day, like 6 days a week. And that gets fucking exhausting.
But it's part of life, dude.
No, and that's what Kaya was telling me. She's like, it's just part of life. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I'm exhausted. Let me sleep.
I want you to feel sorry for me. I want you to make me feel better.
Make me feel better. Don't say it's part of life. And I'm being a sissy lala. Because then it's like, I obviously am making an excuse, which means I'm obviously being a pussy, which means I obviously don't have valid reasons to feel exhausted, which frustrates me because I feel like I do.
Sometimes there's been those moments where I've been like that, and then Chrissy's also been like that, and then I've just been brutally honest, like, well, that's part of life, like deal with it. And it's not the best thing to say to somebody.
It's not
when they're doing that, but it's the truth.
It's the truthful. It's the most truthful.
And in the end, it ends up helping the most because you're like, yep, it's just part of life. I got to suck it up and get shit done.
Exactly.
Boom.
And a lot of it comes with like me having to do time. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could talk for like another hour. So definitely let's do. When's our next episode? When are we doing our next episode?
We got guests next week. I know I said we were going to have a guest this week. Shit did not go as planned.
We got a cool. We have a guest.
We have a couple. We have a couple cool guests lined up. Really cool guests. Actually, super stoked about it. It's going to be sick. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. And make sure to, like we said in the beginning, go ahead and visit notfortheweek.com. Check us out and get some merch, man. Also,
it helps support the podcast.
It does. Yeah.
We don't make money off that. That really just goes to help support the podcast and keep the podcast running.
Yeah.
So
plus, I mean, it's cool stuff.
Plus, it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's quality stuff. The shirts are quality, and the designs are cool, I think. But it really just helps the podcast. And if you enjoy the podcast, maybe help out the podcast a little bit.
Yeah. But also, as usual, tell a friend. Leave a 5-star review. Leave a 4-star review. Shit, leave any review.
Leave a review, even if it's a 1-star.
Even if
it's a 1-star, though, chances are I'm gonna find you on social media and send you a nasty DM. Because I'm petty like that.
Yep. And I will unfollow you. So yeah, fuck yourself. Why would you listen to us?
You played yourself.
You played yourself. But yeah, guys, tell a friend, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. And
let us know if you guys enjoy us doing episodes like this every now and then. I know we've done a bunch of them in a row because we haven't had a guest in a while, but scheduling wise, sometimes we can't always have a guest and it doesn't always line up with the schedule, but we have some guests lined up in the future. But let us know what you guys think of these episodes where we just kind of ramble. Sometimes we talk about important shit. Sometimes we talk about
King Kong
dicks.
Sometimes we talk about dicks, dude. Can't wait to see the description for this episode.
Oh, it's going to be it's just dick. Dick, period.
A lot of dick talk, period.
James and Jeremy talk about dicks.
Like our most
big, small, monkey, all kinds.
Godzilla dicks, Komodo dragon dicks, nuclear active dicks.
Radioactive dicks.
Oh, the dicks.
Anyway.
Okay,
Anyway, we're going to log off before we continue this. Make sure you guys follow the podcast Not For The Week PC on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah.
And you will hear this Monday. So today is Monday. Today is not Monday when we were recording
It's
this.
Monday right now, though.
But Yeah, it's
When
Monday.
you're listening
When
to
you're
this.
listening to this right now, it is Monday. So if you've made it this far, have a terrific Monday and treat today like you would any other day. Remember, there's no difference between Monday and Friday.
Yeah. Go slay some shit.
Yeah. Slay it. Slay it all.
Slay all day.
All the shit. Shout out to Hairflip.
All day.
All day.
All right. Stay savage, my friends. Peace.